Hi, my name is Dr. Voss-Gatzeners, and what I'd like to talk to you about today is chronic low back pain. Studies have shown that 1 in maybe 2 or 3 people will get some form of low back pain in their lifetime. Now, we all know we're sitting in traffic, in a car stuck, sitting at work at your desk 6-7 hours. You go home, you're sitting on the couch for a couple hours, and all that sitting is what leads to, a majority of the time, chronic low back pain. Now, I'd like to show you on this model what's actually happening. We have a muscle called your hip flexors, or your iliopsoas. What it does is it starts right in your spine, at this area, kind of indicated by this rubber band, and it actually goes straight through our stomach region and inserts into this area. What's happening is when we're sitting for long periods of time, these muscles shorten and they actually tighten up. When we stand up, we're now pulling pressure on these muscles that go straight through our stomach region. That tightness actually creates micro tears, micro trauma. The way the body responds to micro trauma is by laying down scar tissue or adhesions. And that's the way the body repairs itself. You cut yourself, you bleed, the body lays down scar tissue. Similar with muscles, but the problem is you've got all these structures in here, ligaments, tendons, nerves, fascia that the scar tissue can adhere to. What I'd like to show you is some stretches that you can do that'll help alleviate some of your low back pain. So let's go to the fitness section of our program. Okay, what I'd like to do is show you a stretch for your hip flexors. Now, if your left hip flexor is bothering you, you're going to bring your right leg forward and you're going to reach with your left arm all the way up and over. And you're going to be stretching the hip flexors and your upper quad muscles on the left part of your body. Nice, good stretch. That'll help with your hips. Now, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and lay on your back, and with your involved side, put your uninvolved foot onto the other side, grab in between your legs, and pull your hips towards you. You'll feel a stretch in your lower back and your hamstring area. So I just showed you a few stretches that you could utilize to help at least relieve some of your low back pain. Now, if that doesn't work, or you're still experiencing low back pain or tightness, what I highly recommend is ART. ART is a highly specific form of sports medicine, which basically means we work on muscles, ligaments, tendons, fascia, nerves, and we work on specifically individual muscles, breaking up the tightness, the stiffness, all that scar tissue that occurs when there's an injury or trauma. So I'm going to show you right now what the actual treatment looks like. So let me have you lay on your left side down, please. Okay, so the muscle that we talked about earlier, which was the hip flexors, they actually start right here in the back, go straight through this abdominal region and insert into his femur. Now, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and bring your right knee up, bring your leg all the way back, please, and down, and with your right arm, go ahead and reach all the way over your head. So, obviously, you're not able to do this at home. You're going to need a certified ART provider to be able to do these moves. But this will help break up all that scar tissue right here in that hip flexor region. Alright, another muscle that's also affected when we sit for long periods of time and experiencing low back pain is your glute minimus and medius. Now, these muscles are all the way up on top in this region right here by this hip bone. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and bring your right knee to chest, please, and bring it down just a little bit like that. Perfect. Alright, bring it all the way back. So we're applying tension and pressure. Go ahead, knee to chest and down, right to this specific area to help break down all the scar tissue and tightness in this region. And actually, let's do one more. All the way up to the hip bone. Alright, perfect. Come on up, please. So, if you click on the link below, that'll direct you to a separate website that's got tips, stretches, some strengthening exercises that you can utilize to help alleviate your low back pain. So hopefully that helps, and thank you.
I want to say what I want to say. I want to feel how I want me to feel. I want to do what no one else has done. Somehow I realize that I want too much. I want to go where no one else has gone. I want to fly higher than the sun.